What's the craziest thing you've ever seen happen at a ski resort? Last winter, my boyfriend and I took this weekend trip to this huge mountain resort right after a massive snowstorm, and the place was completely packed. Every lift line was insane. People were slipping everywhere. Ski patrol kept yelling at people to slow down, and everybody was already stressed before lunch. My boyfriend Derek acted like the entire mountain belonged to him the second we got there. Loud in every line, cutting past families, spraying snow at random people while skiing by. You know the type. He kept bragging that he'd been skiing since he was 6 and saying the rules were only for tourists. At first, I tried laughing it off, but then he started messing with one of the ski lift employees. The employee was this exhausted guy named Connor, who honestly looked like he'd already dealt with 100 rude people that morning. He was still being polite though, helping kids onto the lift and reminding people to lower the safety bars. Derek hated that. Every time Connor told him to move forward or wait his turn, Derek would mock him in front of everybody, calling him the chairlift police and asking if yelling at snowboarders was his dream job. People around us started getting visibly uncomfortable. Then things got worse. Connor told Derek he needed to slow down near the beginner slope because little kids were skiing nearby. Pretty normal safety rule. Derek instantly snapped and started yelling that nobody on the mountain could tell him how to ski. Connor stayed calm and explained they'd already had injuries that morning from reckless riders. Instead of listening, Derek flew down the slope even faster the next run and sprayed snow all over a group of beginners while laughing. One little kid actually fell trying to avoid him. That's when ski patrol got involved. They pulled Derek aside near the lift and told him if he kept skiing aggressively, they'd revoke his pass for the day. The entire line went silent. You could tell everybody was waiting to see if he'd finally calm down. But this idiot decides to scream, "Do you know how much money we spent to stay here?" Then he pulled out his phone and started recording the employees while insulting them. Families were literally pulling their kids away from him. But the craziest part? Standing nearby was this older guy who'd torn his shoulder the year before after getting slammed by a reckless skier on that exact slope. He stepped forward and told Derek people can seriously get hurt because of idiots acting like that. Derek laughed in his face. Huge mistake. Because by then, half the people around us were recording everything. Ski patrol called resort security less than 5 minutes later. Derek kept arguing and saying they couldn't kick him out because he was a paying guest. Then one of the workers mentioned they had him on camera ignoring multiple safety warnings all morning. You could literally see his face change when he realized they had everything recorded. Suddenly, he wasn't acting tough anymore. They revoked his pass on the spot and escorted him off the mountain while people in the lift line actually clapped. Even I was embarrassed standing there. But honestly, the worst part happened after. While we were packing up to leave, Derek kept ranting about how everybody was against him and saying the employees were jealous because he was a better skier than them. Not once did he admit he was wrong. And right there in the hotel parking lot, after listening to him blame everybody else for 2 straight hours, I broke up with him. Because getting kicked out of a ski resort for acting like a reckless idiot was already embarrassing enough. But realizing my boyfriend genuinely thought basic safety rules didn't apply to him, that was the moment I knew I could never deal with that for the rest of my life.